Hello, I'm Juanma, and for my author's journal, I decided to create a short film which is called Vertigo. It represents the emotional roller coaster I experienced throughout the development of the subject of artistic creation and research workshop. In just 2 minutes, Vertigo shows how my emotions evolved from fear and insecurity to calmness and peace. My short film explores three main emotional stages. First, fear, then frustration, and finally, calmness. The tense atmosphere of the video is reinforced by two main resources, music and lightning. Concerning music, the video features the melody Di Rai by Italian composer Giuseppe Verdi. It is a crescendo that mirrors the emotional intensity of the short film. There is no slow introduction, as the melody starts with an orchestral and choral explosion. At the end of the video, the melody loses intensity as we enter a phase of calmness and serenity. Regarding lightning, the first phases of fear and frustration are reinforced by a dark atmosphere. In fact, lightning only comes from candles and a table lamp. And I don't know if you have noticed, but in these first stages of fear and frustration, the clothing that I am wearing is dark, which also contributes to these emotions. However, at the end of the video, when I enter a phase of calmness and peace, the clothing that I am wearing is no longer dark, nor is the atmosphere around me. From Vertigo, I would like to highlight the moment of desperation where I reflect my inner struggles. I am constantly borrowing what I draw, and I even burn one of my creations at the moment of greatest desperation. Fun fact, the painting that I am holding at the end of the video is actually my painting Roots, which I have it right here. And I made this painting especially for practice 1 with the aim of representing otherness. The reason why I included it in my author's journal was because it is one of the artistic creations that most helped me explore my inner world and represent it through art. I am very proud of it, and I thought that I just had to include it in one way or another in my final video. When we look at Vertigo through the lens of the creative process, we can easily identify the 4 phases. The initial stage, preparation, is related to the fear and insecurity I felt at the beginning. Next is incubation, which appears as I get frustrated when developing my ideas. Next is the stage of illumination, which appears when clarity emerges. And last but not least, the phase of evaluation, which is represented by the calm and peaceful completion of my painting. Now, why Vertigo? Why did I call my video like this? Well, if we take a look at the literal meaning, vertigo refers to a sensation of dizziness or spinning. From a metaphorical point of view, it represents the emotional roller coaster I experienced during the creative process. A process where my emotions went up and down, sometimes overwhelming, like being on a spinning ride. All in all, Vertigo captures my emotional journey from fear to peace. I'm not saying that after the course I'm a great drawer or a good artist, but what I know is that I have evolved. I have evolved from the very first day I entered that classroom, and I have gained confidence, and most of all, as a future teacher, I have understood that art is not only about the final result, but also, most importantly, about the whole creative process behind an artwork. And this is my author's journal, my short film. I hope that you liked it, and thank you very much for listening to my explanation.